Hi everyone. I am going to demonstrate the low carb, high fat or LCHF more curry. So for this, I have all the ingredients ready over here. I have 1 cup of coconut flour, 1 cup of almond flour, a teaspoon of psyllium husk, a cup of buttermilk, some teaspoon of green chilies. I'm also using a more molaga here, which is a fried buttermilk chili, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a cup of water. I'm keeping some bottled tadka which has been made in sesame oil ready. So for this, I'm going to use the PIP method, which is the pot and pot method, and I have the magic pot with all the vessel that's needed and that fits inside the magic pot. It comes with the magic pot. So first I'm going to mix everything in this vessel and then we will get started. So what I'm going to do is in this vessel I'm going to mix in I'm going to put the coconut flour, I'm going to put the almond flour, and as I said, it's about a cup each. So I've put in both, and I'm going to put the psyllium husk in. And to this, I'm going to add a cup of buttermilk and mix. So you can use the buttermilk from, use hung curd. You can also use Greek yogurt. Or kefir, either one. I'm actually using a combination of the two. So this is buttermilk that's been made from hung yogurt, and I'm mixing it well with a whisk to avoid any lumps. I'm gonna take out this so that I don't have anything. And to this, I'm going to that mixture, I'm going to add about a cup of water. I'm taking it back here to get it to a consistency that's more like an idli batter. So I'm going to add it little by little, and using the same whisk that I have. Making it to a consistency that's almost going to be like idli batter. Definitely needs more water, so my whisk is a little small, so what I'm doing here is trying to get that off, and I will be using a better way to mix this. See, it's still a little thick, so I'm going to finish adding the water here, and I'm going to use, my hands are clean, I'm going to use that to avoid any lumps. I just find that to be the best way to mix it all. You can also blend everything if you like. The key is to make sure that you don't have any lumps in this at all. So I have the almond flour, coconut flour mixture mixed with water, and it's a bit thick. I added a little more than 1 cup, maybe very less than 1/4. Now to this magic pot, I'm adding 1 cup of water at the base. I'm gonna put this vessel in the magic pot, and to the batter, I'm gonna add some green chilies. You can also add red chilies if you like that. I'm gonna put my more malaga in because I always like that with the more kali. And I'm gonna put tadka, which, as I said, I showed you, I kept it there, which is mustard seeds, urad dal. There's also some curry leaves in there. I'm gonna add that, and about a few tablespoons, probably about 6 tablespoons of sesame oil. I've measured that in here, so that's what you see. 6 teaspoons, I'm sorry, not tablespoons, 6 teaspoons of sesame oil. And then I'm also going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which you saw that I had measured and kept. So I'm just going to put that on there for now and mix it later. But what we're going to do is now cover the magic pot. Put the whistle, and we're going to cook it on high for 8 whistles. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure. Okay. So I'm going to cook it on high for 8 whistles or 10 minutes. And while we're doing that, just a quick recap about the recipe. I have it in here. Of course, it's in the book, but we basically took a vessel. It's called a pot and pot or PIP method. We took a vessel. We mixed in about 1 cup of almond flour, 1 cup of coconut flour, 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk. We added a cup of buttermilk and a cup of water. I added a little more water. And that depends on the consistency of the coconut flour tends to absorb a lot of water. So I added a little more than a cup, but you can do either. And then I added, but the key is to get it to about an idli batter sort of consistency. And then I added the seasoning. I added bottle tadka in this case, but you can add mustard, urad dal, green chilies, curry leaves. I also added more malaga, as you saw, and 6 teaspoons of sesame oil. And then I added 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Then to the magic pot, I added 1 cup of water and put this vessel in. And I'm cooking it on high for 8 whistles or 10 minutes. And then I'm going to let it settle. So it is going to take a while. I'm going to actually make sure that we run through the whistles pretty quickly. So let us wait while the whistle goes. So now the pressure has settled, and we're going to open the cooker for the more curly to see how it is. So that is what it looks like when you open it. I'm going to mix it gently to get all the ingredients mixed here. Then I'm going to pour it onto a greased plate for it to settle. But as you can see, it looks pretty well cooked. And the consistency seems just right as well. I did not cover this, and I think you can if you'd like, but I think it doesn't need to, because the water didn't really get into this. So I'm gonna take this and pour it onto another vessel now for it to set and cut it into other pieces. So I've actually greased this another plate, and I'm going to put it in this, and I will show you what it looks like after I finish and I cut it. But this is essentially what the more curly looks like when done. Thank you.